right, hello again, students. Hello, I hope you have had a wonderful week. This is our second lesson of our math this week. On Tuesday, we were working with factors and understanding how rectangles worked in with factors. And now we're actually going to play a game. Our learning target today is today we are learning that prime numbers have fewer factors than composite numbers. I will know I have learned it when I can determine best strategies based on prime and composite numbers. So you guys will be playing a game today, and you will be trying to find factor pairs. Numbers with factor pairs, which are two numbers you multiply to make a product. Just for a reminder, we've been talking about prime numbers, which are a whole number with exactly two factors, and composite numbers, which are whole numbers with more than two factors. I'm going to switch my screen now and show you and explain you guys how to play the game. If you don't have someone at home to play the game with, or you're just looking for more, on the last slide of the games, I'll show you kind of where it is. I put some links that you can practice on your own or practice more later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so this is an explanation of how you're going to play the math game today called Grabbing Factors. If you do not have someone to play with, like I said in the previous portion of the video, on the last slide, I've put some links you can copy and paste so you can work on your own. Or if you would just like to make it so that you would like more practice after this, you're welcome to do that as well. So for grabbing factors, it says a few different materials, but because we are doing it on the computer, you do not have to have paper and pencils or two different color counters. That's not actually going to be necessary for us. So the objective is to have the highest score. This is a two-player game. So these are all the rules, but I'm going to show you the game board while I'm telling you the rules, but you'll have the ability to go back and look at this when you are playing it for yourself. So this is the Grabbing Factors game board. And what it's going to be is each you and the person you are playing with is going to pick a color. For example, simple as maybe blue and one person is red. It'll be player one is going to be blue maybe. So maybe I would say blue is going to be player one. And let's see here, maybe player two is, I got to make sure it's in the new color. Doesn't really matter, but player two. You guys can pick whatever colors you want. You could make it creative, anything like that. So the way this goes is player one is going to go first. That person is going to start by picking a two-digit number. The two-digit numbers are up here. And that person goes ahead and picks whatever two-digit number they want. Maybe they pick the number 21. And they color it in blue. I made a mistake. If you make a mistake, you can hit that button right there. I'd like to use the highlighter and still color it blue so that I can see what number I chose. So I'm going to choose the number 21. And then I'm going to write down, this is my first score for player one, is I'm going to start with 21, which is awesome. I just had to pick a number. Now it's player two's turn. Player two is going to highlight all the factors of 21 in here. So for example, 1 is a factor. Let's see here. 2, 4, 6. If I count my factors, 2 is not a factor. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20. 3 is a factor. And let's see, I know 7 is a factor because 3 times 7 is 21. And I believe if I go over all my factors, that is correct. Now, once again, I made a little bit of a mistake. I need to highlight those in red is the color I want to highlight them in because I am player number two. So once I have those highlighted, in order to get what player two's score is, I'm going to add the 3 numbers that I highlighted. 1 plus 3 plus 7. This is also the part where it might be nice to have an extra piece of paper. So right now, my score is, or player 2's score is 11. That is currently player 2's score. So then it's player 2's turn to pick another double-digit number. So maybe I'm going to pick the double digit of 10. Once again, I forgot to highlight. Gosh, I'm trying to figure this out just like you guys are. Going to pick the double digit of 10. Because I picked that, I get to add 10 to my score. Plus 10. Because that was the 2-digit that I chose. And now my score is, player 2's score is 21. Which is awesome because now we're tied. But because I picked 10, now it is player 1's turn to highlight in blue the factors of 10. So I know, gotta get the highlighter. I know 2. Make sure it's the right color. I know 2 is a factor of 10. I know 5 is a factor of 10. And let's see, 3 is not a factor, 4 is. Those are the only 2 factors that I have. So as I'm writing, I get to add 2, and I get to add 5, but that is all I get to add to my score right now. So my score currently is 28, because 1 plus 2 plus 5 is 8. And 2 plus 0 is 2. You will continue to play the game until everything is filled up and the player with the highest score wins. You can feel free to erase it all. They've got this handy eraser that can erase anything if you want it to. And you can start over, whatever you would like. When you are done, you're going to respond to your journal based on your experience in this game, which 2-digit numbers are the best to cover early in the game and why, and which 2-digit numbers are the worst to cover early in the game and why. And then, like stated before, if you are looking to continue and do more, you can copy, you want to highlight and then copy and paste this into the bar above. Or if you need somebody, this is very similar. This first one is a very similar game, only you can play it if you don't have someone to play with you. If you have any questions, please email me, message me, ask me on Seesaw, whatever you need. Thanks, guys.